Welcome to another episode of Small Talk. I'm Paku Paku, and with me is my lovely hostess, Ashley Grable.
Hello everyone, and thanks for joining us.
And we would also like to introduce a very special guest. Please welcome the one, the only, the awesome creator of SmallWorlds itself, Mitch Olson.
Thanks very much. Hi, everyone. And a big shout out also to my business partner and the co-founder of SmallWorlds, Darren Green, who couldn't be here today.
And if you don't mind, I'd like to jump right into some questions here. What inspired SmallWorlds, and basically how did it come to be what it is now?
Okay. So we started developing SmallWorlds, some development work for other US-based companies who were working in the, if you remember back to 2005, 2006, 2007, we had this term, some new trends emerging, like we started to see the emergence of social networking sites. There was this increasing emergence of what I call digital self-expression, which was the idea that people were using the internet as almost like a canvas, in a sense, to express themselves in different ways. So there was blogging and the likes, but there was also, we were starting to see, companies like YouTube, so people were using video to express themselves. And there was this emergence of what was called also user-generated content, which was this new term that had come out at that time, which was referring to people creating things and sharing it online. And around that same time, we also saw people increasingly shifting a lot, taking their entertainment in via the internet and shifting from watching TV or spending as much time on TV to spending the time on the internet. Finally, the internet was sort of becoming this. We started to see more and richer experiences emerging on the internet, so Darren and I were looking at all of these things going on and thinking there's something new that's emerging here. And so in that time we identified what we thought was quite an exciting opportunity, which was the idea of creating a virtual world. Virtual worlds themselves weren't unique. They'd been around for years and years before that, but the idea of a rich virtual world experience that you could run inside your browser and which provided you an opportunity to be able to partake in all of these new sort of trends, the self-expression, user-generated content, the entertainment. So that was where it started, as I said, back in 2007, and we started developing through 2007. We had a public beta in June of 2008, and then finally launched in December of 2008. So that's the very long story. Sorry, I should have given you a shorter version.
That's really awesome.
What drives you and who inspires you? I mean, just, it's awesome.
I think that's a great question. I think it's a really important question in your own lives, and keep that kind of dialogue going with yourself. That ultimately that's going to lead you to a place where you're doing what you love. And I couldn't think or couldn't wish for anyone more than the opportunity to be able to do what they love doing, and to make their to make your hobby, to make that your vocation. So I think for me, one of the things personally is I always wanted to create something which was new and hadn't existed before. So the idea of being, it's almost like that man on the moon kind of that, the idea of being the first to do something or to create something that hadn't existed, that's always has been something that's inspired me. And to create something that was world-class as well, something that was amongst the best of its kind available. And I guess I'm always inspired by innovation and excellence wherever I see it. And you don't have to the world is evolving so quickly, you don't really have to look all that far to be able to see innovation and excellence around you, and I always find that a source of inspiration.
Those are some very awesome words there.
Yeah.
So that helps basically to understand where all of this came from, which is really, really awesome. And of course, we have the question of all questions that's being asked on the forums right now. With all the new items that people are really excited about right now, more than ever, can we expect something big anytime soon? Like a big, something just really unexpected for SmallWorlds?
I'm reminded of the policy that American nuclear ships have when they go into foreign ports, which is that we can neither confirm nor deny that that we have nuclear weapons on board. I guess just to that I can say I can neither confirm nor deny that we have significant updates coming in the works. I wish I could say more, but I'm not allowed to.
It's understandable. Thank you.
If you were an average, everyday citizen of SmallWorlds, and I'm not talking about you get on for like an hour here and there. I'm talking about like if you're a hardcore SmallWorldian, you know, that's on here every minute that you can be, what would you do in the world?
That's a good question. Well, I think that's a very one of the things that when we set out to create SmallWorlds, we wanted to create an environment where there was a whole range of experiences for people to participate in. And one of the things I've learned in that time is that there is an incredible range of and a variety of ways that people sort of where I would spend time inside of SmallWorld. Walking around with my pet is one of the answers to that question, but also socialising. I love the social aspect of SmallWorlds, both in world and on the forums. There's some amazing people inside of SmallWorlds, some really fantastic personalities, and socialising would definitely be the place where I would start. I'm not an artist as much as I would like to be. So whilst I wouldn't see myself as being an artist, I might be a collector. There is just so much amazing art inside of SmallWorlds. I love the competitions, and I love the opportunity to be able to go and visit galleries as well. So whilst I might not be an artist, I might aspire to be a collector of great art. As far as plants and farming goes, again, I don't have a very good. My thumb is not very green at all. Most of the plants that I've taken responsibility for in my life have died, so I don't think it would be. Farming. But one of the things that I have had a player around with from time to time is missions. I love both playing missions as well as creating them. Creating a good mission takes an incredible amount of time, so I would have to have a lot more time than I have available at the moment if I were to be a mission creator. But I love the sorts of experiences that are possible to create with the mission system, and I'm quite like a game of one of the arena games, the PvP games. I like to play those from occasionally as well. I'm not particularly good, but I enjoy the team aspect of the arena games. So that's probably again, there's so many different things to do in SmallWorlds. I probably left out lots of other things that I would do, but those are sort of some of the things that immediately come to mind.
Okay, awesome. And to end everything off, do you have anything you would like to say to the Small Worlds community? A sort of message to anyone who might watch this?
Oh, let me think. I think one of the things, to my mind, that makes Small Worlds unique and has certainly been Darren and my vision right from the start was the idea of creating an experience which was centered around community, so centered around the people that make up Small Worlds. And I think that when I often inspired by the conversations and the relationships that take place in there, and sometimes those relationships are sometimes, you know, again, in any community you have a real diverse group of people, and sometimes I want to remind people that, you know, the heart of any community is, and any relationship for that matter, is respect and tolerance and humility. And so they seem to be good things to remind people about, and to remind myself about as well, from time to time. But I guess the other side of that is to say that I'm grateful to the many people that make up the Small Worlds community, and to my mind, you are the heart of what makes Small Worlds the place that it is. And thank you.
So a big thank you to Mitch for joining us. It was great having you with us.
My pleasure.
And I know that this is, you know, going to be something that people look back on, and it's going to be a lot of fun for a lot of people. And as always, thank you for joining us on another episode of Small Talk. And until next time,
keep the small talk going.
You gotta look through the raindrops, hold on to the night. Where the skies will get cloudy, but at least we're alive. So take a look at the mountains when we're cresting the hill. You gotta look through the raindrops, hold on to the wind. Drive us home.